Washington can finally end the shutdown this week. Relief could be on the way for thousands of furloughed federal workers right here in Metro Atlanta. Some may soon see long-awaited back pay hit their accounts, while others may not even see a dime for weeks, maintaining the already exhausted financial strain. Let's bring in a financial expert now, the professional Abby Reed, to offer some smart ways that folks can stretch every dollar and rebuild after the shutdown. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How much do you really think people really think about climbing back up when they fall in financially like this?
I think it's probably one of the things that's at the top of their mind is how do they get back to where they were before this happened, and they had to put maybe a lot of discretionary expenses on hold. They had to maybe adjust their lifestyle a little bit. So I think that this is top of mind for a lot of families. We're hearing it a lot at Reed Financial Group. So this is a really timely story for a lot of families out there.
How do you advise your clients who have to choose between paying rent, utilities, or even debt when money simply just isn't there?
So what we always recommend is having a good grasp on your budget. So what we tell our clients is to have a good grasp on the two different types of expenses. So there's fixed expenses, and those are expenses that they're not going to go away. You're not really going to be able to cut them very much. So that's your mortgage or your rent, maybe your car payments, those type things where there's not a lot of wiggle room. And then we all have the discretionary expenses. So those are all the kind of the fun stuff that makes life worth living. There's a little bit more wiggle room on that. So when times are tough and cutbacks have to happen, that's where we're going to go first. What we're also recommending is communicate with your loan provider. So if you have a mortgage, reach out to that company, let them know that you maybe are a government worker and you're not being paid right now, or you've been laid off, because there are a lot of companies that, and even the bank, that can help. They can help you with maybe a bridge loan for some income, or they can pause your payment. So communicate openly with your loan providers so that it doesn't affect your credit long term.
Yeah. Is there an emotional or a mental component to all this, especially with the stress of having to pay or having unpaid bills?
Absolutely. I mean, money is very emotional for all of us. And when you're looking at suddenly maybe not being able to make ends meet, that is incredibly stressful. And then stress obviously can lead to other health issues. So what we're doing, a lot of our job as financial advisors at Reed Financial Group is part counseling, the psychology part behind it, and reminding people that there's a lot out there that we can't control. The government shutdown, being laid off, but there's still a lot that we can control, and also having a plan for times like this. So we always recommend having a financial foundation, which includes things like having 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund, keeping that money in the right type of account, like a high yield savings account, so that you and your family know that when times are tough, we're all going to go through things. And that financial foundation is really important so that you take care of yourself now, but you're not putting your future self at risk too. So having those resources, knowing kind of as a family what you're going to do, and then also just talking openly about what's going on. So, if you have kids and you're not able to maybe go have the birthday that they really wanted to have because you're not being paid right now, you've been laid off, I think it's a really good idea to be open, talk as a family, obviously reassure everybody that this is temporary and that you're going to be okay, but just being open and letting everybody know kind of what's going on.
All right. Abby, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you so much for the insight today. A lot of people depending on that money.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care.